Oiyo Boyo.
Sid Stratton here.
Ryan McMillian here.
Welcome back for another episode of the Oiyo Boyos. Today we are covering the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. We just finished watching last night episode 3. Well, I watched all 3 of them all in a day. I guess you technically did too.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
We've been planning out the rest of the year. We have some exciting content that we're making. And the first thing we were coming up with was like, well, Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out in a couple of weeks at the time of this recording. So why don't we review all the Spider-Man movies leading up to the Brand New Day? And not just Tom Holland's. We're going to do Tobey Maguire's. We're going to do Andrew Garfield's. And then, get to Tom. So today we're going to start off with a fun little game. We haven't done this before, but we thought it'd be a fun time to do with this or that. We've been experimenting with different ideas. We're like, what would be something people enjoy? And we think this would be one of them. So let us know in the comments if you enjoy games like this. So first up, we have Spider-Man 4 with Vulture and Mysterio. So Bruce Campbell as Mysterio. I forgot who was going to play Vulture in the movies. It's a very renowned actor. Let me look it up real quick. But versus TASM 3 with Black Cat and the Sinister Six. They teased Sinister Six at the end of TASM 2. I thought we were getting it. I still remember going to see TASM 2 in the theaters. And that was so much fun. I went with my grandpa to go see it. It was a great time. But Spider-Man 4. It was not Adrian. Nope, not Michael Keaton. It doesn't seem to be able to remember who it was going to be. Damn, that's going to bother me. Vulture for Spider-Man 4, Sam Raimi?
John Malkovich?
Yeah, that's who it was. I knew it. I was like, I know who the actor is, and I could see his face. I was just watching something on Instagram where he's like gambling in a movie, and I was like, I see his face. But yeah, John Malkovich. So John Malkovich as Vulture, Bruce Campbell as Mysterio in Spider-Man 4, or would we rather TASM 3 with Black Cat and the Sinister Six?
That makes it tougher because I was like, what are they going to do with Vulture? And now I'm like, John Malkovich?
Yeah, he's so good. He's so good as a bad guy. I remember if any of you played the original PlayStation 2 Spider-Man games, one of the first villains that you face is the Vulture. You face Shocker, Scorpion, and Vulture, I think are the main 3 before you get to Green Goblin and all them. And that's, I still remember that battles. That was so hard in that game. So that would have been really cool to see brought to life. But the Sinister Six. And I know Sony's been kind of spinning their wheels after that, trying to get off on doing... Wait a second. Trying to get move the universe more towards Spider-Man villains like Morbius, Kraven, Venom. So I think this was going to try to launch that. Maybe that's what was the downfall of TASM 2. They were trying to launch villains instead of worrying about Spider-Man.
Yeah, too busy morbing.
Yeah, too busy morbing time.
Yeah.
But yeah, where is your heart lying with this?
It's funny because as much as I want to see that Raimi Spider-Man 4, I remember even when I was kind of down on TASM, I saw that teaser for the next one. I'm like, okay, this could be really good.
Yeah.
And it never happened.
Yeah, exactly. And I hear there are talks that there's going to be some of the rumors I'm hearing that post Doomsday we're going to get Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4 or a TASM 3. Like this is going to lead into that, break it off into their universes, which is, I think, very interesting. Could be a lot of fun. Personally, I'm leaning towards TASM 3.
I am too, because, I mean, I don't like feeling that Andrew got, like, only 2 movies. Mm-hmm. And I think it would be better overall to just round out his trilogy.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so I'm going to highlight this one, and we'll make this one. What advances? All right, next up. You came up with this or that. Ned Leeds as the Hobgoblin or Flash Thompson as Agent Venom from the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I'm a big Hobgoblin fan. That's my second favorite. Or maybe he's in the top 5. Might be number 3 for Spider-Man villains for me. So I like that. What about you?
We're going to see the CEO step into a villain role.
Yeah, the CEO of sex on a hover glider. Yeah. So I think that one unanimously wins. I thought that's what they're kind of teasing with Ned since he has Doctor Strange's ring, that spinner ring thing that he opens portals with. Because I like in the comics when the Hobgoblin is more of a mystical, horror-esque villain rather than just some dude in a mask. I think that's a lot more fun leaning into that magical. Because he reminded me of Justice League Dark.
Yeah.
So I could see a Hobgoblin, that side of things, being a really cool Justice League Dark villain. I know he's in the Marvel Universe, Justice League Dark DC, but just, I'm saying, trying to paint you a picture, that kind of aspect of Hobgoblin.
We'll say Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns, there we go. Yeah, Midnight Suns Hobgoblin, I think would be so cool to see. So I'm leaning towards that. Next up, here we go. Kraven, Morbius, and Venom, those solo movies and those villains in the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man universe, or Kraven, Morbius, and Venom in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Verse. I think just having Venom in there, you already have to go to Andrew because we already got the Chris Christopherson, something like that. Who am I talking about?
Who are you talking
What's his name? The guy who plays Eddie Brock?
Topher Grace?
I have no idea how I got Chris. Who is Chris Christopherson?
I think he was like actor, musician.
That's funny.
He was in. Wasn't he in a Blade movie?
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Yeah, I remember him from The Highwaymen.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so funny. I'm like, why did I say Chris Christopherson?
That's hilarious.
Topher Grace. Yeah, you could definitely see how those link. Oh man.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. So I'm thinking already though as Toby villains. I mean, Andrew villains. My brain is gone, guys.
I think also like just in terms of like personality disposition, they're going to mesh better with Andrew.
Yeah.
So
Any of those villains do you think would mesh well with Toby? We already know Venom won't.
Morbius. I don't know why, but Morbius.
And then would Vulture? Because at the end of what was it, Far From Home, Vulture's now in the Morbius universe.
I think so.
Or at the end of the Morbius movie, like somehow, did they ever explain how that happens?
No.
They're just Sony's like, trust me, bro.
Yeah, trust me, bro.
So I guess Vulture would be in that. So then does he fight a new Spider-Man? Or is Morbius in Tom Holland's universe?
I don't know. But a point that I would see toward Toby is that Sam Raimi handling Morbius would be...
Sam Rabies.
Yeah, Sam Raimi. That's going to be the new Evil Dead reboot, just rabies.
Yeah. All the characters. Morbius bites people and they get rabies.
Can you imagine the Deadites with rabies, though?
That would be hilarious.
That'd be so funny.
And they're all going, it's Morbin time.
They're rabid as hell, yeah. That's the Rabiverse. Let's go.
I actually kind of like the idea, though, of Morbius versus Kraven versus Venom. Just like if those three had a movie where they're fighting each other.
Yeah.
That might be interesting. But I think we're going to highlight and pass Andrew to the next round. Next up, I love this one. Bill Hader as Shocker or Kevin Hart as Electro. I like Bill Hader as Shocker.
I like Bill Hader as Shocker, too. I think that's hilarious.
So I don't know if I've told you this before. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. I hate Electro. I never understood it in the comic books. I think he's so goofy. Even in the animated series, I didn't like him. I've always loved Shocker. I thought Shocker was so much fun in the video games to fight against. Something about Shocker I think is really cool. I like how in the MCU they're on their second Shocker already, because they kill him in, the Vulture kills the first Shocker. And then who plays the second one? I can't remember the actor's name.
I can't remember either.
But I'm excited that the Shocker's in that universe. So I think, though, Bill Hader as Shocker would be so good.
That'd be so good.
All right. Here's one that I think, this is what I'm having a really hard time with. TASM Spidey, so Andrew Garfield, in the MCU with Captain America as his mentor. Or a late 90s, early 2000s hero team-up movie. So by that, we're considering Tobey Maguire, Wesley Snipes' Blade, the Hulk, Fantastic Four, those X-Men movies, Ghost Rider. So all those movies doing their own kind of Avengers style, Defenders, Midnight Suns, whatever you want to call it, or Andrew Garfield in the MCU. This is really hard because I could see the MCU. I like where Spider-Man's going now, but I feel like Tom Holland has had 3 movies to set up to get to being really Spider-Man, or more than that, because you have his 3 solo movies and all the Avengers movies. So he's had like a 6-movie introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I guess when you get 6 movies to introduce a character, you better be ready for your next one. So I think though Andrew and Chris Evans teaming up, that could have been really cool.
Could have been really cool.
But again, I like where we're going now. And I have a lot of nostalgia for those late 90s, early 2000s movies. But after watching the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, I don't know how good that it would actually be, considering you would then have that first version of the Hulk, Wesley's Blade, because he was cool in Deadpool, but a whole movie of that, maybe that'd be a little too messy, do you think? Where are you at with it?
I actually kind of want to see that.
You do?
Because, like, when we got a little taste of it in Deadpool and Wolverine, that hit pretty hard.
Because the way I'm seeing this now, because before that's where I was lying on that side of the fence of like, hey, nostalgia, this is a what if future, this is a what if past. So it's like, well, I guess there's a little bit of nostalgia with both, but I really do love Wesley Snipes' Blade, though. That Blade 2 movie I thought was so cool. I mean, what were you looking at? So the Blade, love it. The first Hulk, probably not great. We have those early Fantastic Four movies. I don't know. How do you lean with those?
I like the first one. I hate the second one.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So same. Then we have Daredevil, Ben Affleck's Daredevil, who you had ranked number 2 or something like that in blind rankings, or maybe it was in number 1.
No, it was number 2.
Number 2, yeah.
Number 1 was Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, that's right. So your number 2 favorite live action costume of all time, Ben Affleck's Daredevil. So all those characters in the movie, I think that would actually kind of be wild, because I guess technically they're kind of doing that with Doomsday now that I'm thinking about it. I'm like, we're kind of laughing, but wait, isn't that what the next Avengers is going to be?
Yeah. Especially with the X-Men.
Yeah, good point. I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking, I was like, what do we get blast from the past for this? But I am excited for Doomsday. So maybe late 90s, early 2000s hero team up, which is technically what we're getting.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with that. We'll pass that on. All right, so we have 2 versions of the Sinister Six here. Which one do you like? Do you like in the Sam Raimi verse, Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Venom, Sandman, Mysterio, and New Goblin? Or in Andrew Garfield's, you got Doc Ock, the Vulture. We see their suits at the end of TASM 2, so that's why I'm including them. The Lizard, Electro, Green Goblin, and the Rhino. Which Sinister Six do you think would be more fun? I kind of like the idea of Green Goblin and New Goblin fighting together.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
And I would have liked to see Green Goblin and Doc Ock together fighting Spider-Man more in No Way Home, because the way they kind of made him a good guy by the end, it's like, I see why they did it, but I like Doc Ock as a bad dude, man. And if we're just looking at lists, which characters do I like better? I'm pretty split.
Pretty split, too.
Because I like Green Goblin now. I like Doc Ock, and I like the Lizard. And I like Mysterio, Doc Ock, and Green Goblin. So really the big differential is, do I like the Lizard more or Mysterio more? And again, this one would be more, the one with the Lizard and Electro, that would be Andrew. One with Sandman, Mysterio would be Toby.
I really want to see Bruce Campbell as Mysterio.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. And I didn't like Green Goblin, and I didn't like Rhino for Andrew's movies. Yeah. But I liked Lizard, and I'm not an Electro fan, so yeah. Let's go with the Tobey Maguire Sinister Six.
Sure.
All right. My favorite one. Bryce Dallas Howard as Gwen Stacy or Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy.
Oh man, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Because I mean the answer is Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy
is objectively better.
Yeah.
A lot more screen presence and everything. But after watching Spider-Man 3 yesterday, I remember growing up seeing it. Everyone hated Gwen Stacy in the movie. But now I'm like, I think MJ sucks.
Yeah, MJ just...
And Gwen was like really nice.
Yeah.
Gwen was always nice to Peter and stuff like that. And MJ was just always so mean. And I'm like, what did Parker see in it? So the correct answer is definitely Emma Stone, but I definitely think there should be a little bit more love for Bryce Dallas Howard's Gwen Stacy, because she was really good in the role, I thought. Really sweet. And I liked finally seeing someone value Peter for who they are, because she was like, oh yeah, he's my lab partner, he's really cool, really smart, and then also loves Spider-Man, where MJ always seemed to like hate everything Peter was doing. And I'm like, okay. So,
yeah.
I mean, do you have anything to add? I don't know if I'm on a soapbox here. Like,
No,
I'm kind
I
of
think-
wanting to.
yeah.
I'm just, like, the more I'm talking about, I kind of want to just give her the pass.
Yeah, I just think people have been too hard on her. Like, she's like a simple, sweet character. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with her.
Yeah.
They just gave, Emma Stone got to be like the central love interest, so she got a lot more to play off, more to work with.
I will say too with Emma Stone, I liked that. I've noticed in Spider-Man games recently, they've tried to make like MJ Lois Lane and be like the main reporter doing all this stuff. And I'm like, no, don't do that. I feel like they kind of did that with Gwen Stacy, but in a good way. Instead of making her Lois Lane, they made her her own strong. Well, it almost kind of reminded me of like Princess Leia, like very smart, knew how to, very cunning. Really cool character. I think that's why I really liked Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. And I think that's why that death in TASM 2, spoiler.
We ain't even got there yet. We're spoiling it.
Yeah. I think that's why her death in TASM 2 really stuck with a lot of people so long. Why Andrew saving MJ in No Way Home was so impactful. Everyone's like, finally, he saved her because he couldn't save Emma. But Emma was just such a strong character. Yes, you do got to give it to her for this or that. But again, I think honorable mention Bryce Dallas Howard, here are your flowers, because you did great in that role. Now, here's a funny one that I mentioned to you as a joke, and then we were like, oh, wait, there might be something here. J. Jonah Jameson in the Tobey verse or J. Jonah Jameson in the Holland verse? Which one do we like more?
Tobyverse.
Yeah, Tobyverse. There were scenes, and I was like, every time he came on the screen, he was like stealing the show.
Yeah.
He was so freaking funny, man. I could have
Comedy gold, honestly.
I was like, they should do like their own version of The Office with JJ and the Daily Bugle, just them living their lives. I think would be so freaking funny.
I agree. That'd be hilarious.
And I think people would. I mean, I would. Would you guys watch it? I'd watch it.
I'd watch it.
Okay, so I'm getting the bracket ready for the next round. Next round, we have kicking it off. Ned Leeds as Green Goblin, or as Hobgoblin, excuse me, versus TASM 3 with Black Cat and the Sinister Six. Which side are we going?
Oh man, I gotta go to that TASM 3.
Yeah, same. As much as I would love to see Hobgoblin get that representation, man, I do. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, because Ned Leeds with Powers, Midnight Suns. No, TASM 3 with Black Cat and Sinister Six.
That's a cool pitch, Marvel. Like, take notes.
Yeah. Listen up. Craven, Morbius, and Venom as Andrew Garfield villains versus Bill Hader as Shocker.
Bill Hader, a shocker.
What universe would he be in?
Whatever's coming
Toby's.
out.
I feel like he'd be great in Toby's.
Oh, he'd be so funny.
But I do. Let's see. And I just watched the Venom movies recently, and I think they're a lot better than people give them credit for. I was texting you the whole time. I was like, these movies were made for me. Like, today is what? July 10th, 2026, and I have just now seen the Venom movies. That's how long I waited, because I was like, I'm not going to be into them or anything. And I posted out a question about Superman versus Spider-Man villains on Threads, and people were coming at me like, Spider-Man villains are better. And I was like, Superman's might be, but everyone was going to Venom. And I was like, isn't Venom more of a hero? For the last 30 plus years, he's been a hero. When he was first introduced, he was a bad guy, but he's only a bad guy for like 3 years. 5 years? 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, and then other continuities, when they start up with him as a villain. So it seems like shorter, but no, it's been, because when did Lethal Protector come out?
90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it had to be.
So early 90s. So Venom's been a hero. So that's why, in my mind, Venom's a good guy. And then seeing the movies, I was like, yeah, these were fun movies. I didn't hate them. But Bill Hader as Shocker would be pretty great.
It'd be pretty great.
I think we're going to do that. Bill Hader as Shocker.
Yeah.
Next. Oh, okay. So here we go. This is fun. We're going to have the Tobey Maguire Sinister Six. So Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Venom, Sandman, Mysterio, and the New Goblin versus the late 90s, early 2000s hero team up. So basically Avengers Doomsday.
Oh.
I'm kind of leaning towards the late 90s, early 2000s. Because also then you have Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Nicolas freaking Cage, man.
Yeah.
God, I love me some Nick Cage.
Yeah.
I feel like that was too easy. I feel like that should have been a bigger debate. And I thought we were going to have more but I sat and thought, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, Doomsday. Everyone's excited for it.
Yeah, and we've got like half of that team up, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you technically, yeah, because you've had the New Goblin, you've had Sandman, you had Venom, and technically Green Goblin was somewhere in the background elsewhere. And then you also have Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and Sandman in No Way Home. So we've seen versions of that. So yeah, I agree. This might be the most divisive one, everybody. We got J. Jonah Jameson in the Tobyverse versus Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy.
So are we looking at this from like, was the better character, or like what would we want to see more content of?
You know, I didn't think that far ahead. So yeah,
I don't know.
Sure. I'd love to see both. Honestly, I think what makes more sense, because we are going to see more of JJ's in the Tobyverse, but for me, honestly, and we'll get more into this during the review, Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy is kind of carrying it, but J. Jonah Jameson for me was the best thing about the Tobyverse, consistently the best thing.
Yeah, because
every time he came on screen, I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
This is comic book gold.
Comedy gold.
Like when Peter has to steal his suit back from him because he has it hanging on the wall, and it's so funny. You're hired. You're fired. Wait a minute. Come back here. I'll give you $50. And he's just like, the way he haggles in the movie, I think it's funny. Yeah. I'm excited to see he's back for the Hollandverse.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Where do you stand on things?
I want that J. Jonah Jameson Daily Bugle sitcom.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see more of that.
But yeah.
Can you guys see him in the off? You guys can picture it, right? Like, am I the only one that pictures like JJ office style? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. Next up. Wow, this is getting hard.
Oh.
So TASM 3 with Black Cat and the Sinister Six versus Bill Hader as Shocker. This is where I draw the line and say TASM 3. I think this is where I have to say it. Like, I love Bill Hader. I think he's great. I got to go with this. Everyone was so pumped for that.
Yeah, even haters were pumped for that, man.
The what? Oh yeah, even haters. I thought you said even Bill Hader was pumped for it. I was like, did he do an interview where he's saying how excited he was for the Sinister Six? Imagine Bill Hader as like Doc Ock or Vulture.
That'd be pretty funny. There's hope for you yet, Bill Hader. We can get you in this.
Yeah.
There's a couple of these roles in here that are uncast.
You might have lost this round, but you might still win something. Consolation prize. JJ in the Tobyverse, or basically Avengers Doomsday. I'm going to go with Doomsday.
Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah. All right. Now this is basically two movies it comes down to that hopefully one day we all might be able to see. We're definitely getting one of these, which is the late 90s, early 2000s hero team up, or TASM 3 with Black Cat and the Sinister Six. Story-wise, and just because I know we're not getting it or don't think we're getting it, I'm kind of leaning towards TASM 3.
That's a great.
Because we know we're getting Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah.
And while it might not be all of the classic Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, Ben Affleck's Daredevil, we already know Tobey Maguire's in it. We know the X-Men are in it. And we've already seen Blade technically. It'd be cool if he's in this. I don't think he is, but it'd be cool. So to me, Tobey Maguire and all the 2000s X-Men team up. That's going to be awesome. So I think I'm good if we didn't get that entire roster. So I'm thinking the winner of this or that bracket is TASM 3 with Black Cat and the Sinister Six. If you could, like, fan cast. The only ones that aren't cast for that Sinister Six would be Doc Ock and the Vulture. So would you actually have Bill Hader in one of those roles, or who would you fan cast as your Doc Ock and Vulture for Andrew Garfield's Sinister Six movie?
I would put Bill Hader as Doc Ock.
Bill Hader as Doc Ock, that's what I was thinking too.
I think unironically, he'd be really good.
Yeah. Well, we've seen him in serious roles now. Like there's that spy show, which is kind of comedy, but he plays a serious actor in it. And then who's going to play the Vulture again in Tobey Maguire's?
John Malkovich.
Just put him in the Vulture for TASM 3.
Just put him on wires and
there you go. You're in TASM 3. So I think that could work. Or did we say where were we saying? Yeah, I mean, Craven, and we see at the end of what was it, No Way Home, mention again, Vulture's in the Morbius universe, so maybe you bring Michael Keaton back, and now Michael Keaton's like another Spider-Man I gotta fight.
Or you could have Bill Hader imitating John Malkovich playing the Vulture.
Kind of like that too.
He's done it before. He's done it well.
Let's see. What if that? Yeah, Bill Hader impersonating him, playing the Vulture, and then Doc Ock. Who would be a good Doc Ock? I can kind of. This is gonna sound so stupid. I can. Two people popped in mind, and this is crazy. Tell me if I'm wrong. Ewan McGregor as Doc Ock.
That could be cool.
I just think so cool to see him play that kind of villain. And then Brandon Routh, who used to play Superman.
Yeah.
For some reason, I've always seen him as like kind of like that nerdy scientist dude, but he's a bigger guy. He's like 6'4" as a Doc Ock, and that'd be pretty cool.
I was going to say Danny DeVito, but okay.
Danny DeVito. Yeah, that's a little like so on the nose for it. It's too perfect.
It's too perfect, especially if we're going for like a more comic look.
Yeah. I don't know. I just imagine Ewan McGregor as Doc Ock was the first thing. I didn't even like come prepared with that idea. I just think that would be so much fun.
That's ultimately the one I would go with.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor. I think I liked him as Black Mask in the DC universe. Yeah. So I mean, put him in the Marvel universe. What is he? Is he doing any projects right now? Is there new Kenobi or anything coming out?
There might be more Kenobi stuff coming out.
I don't know if I should be excited or not. We'll get there about Kenobi. I love Ewan McGregor as Kenobi.
Yeah.
I didn't like, what was it, the writing? Because they had a good director, bad writer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
So again, winner of this or that bracket, our first bracket, TASM 3 with Black Cat and the Sinister Six. Next up, we're going to be doing our review of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. So I'll let you kick it off because I'm going to make a lot of people mad. I was telling Ryan some of my ideas already last night as I was watching. I was like actively texting him, and he's just like, that's going to be a hot take. That's going to be a hot take. And I'm like, really? But you go first.
All right, let's start with sort of an overall of the trilogy, and then we can go into like the piece by piece of the movies.
Okay, overall, where are you at with it?
Overall, it's interesting because there's moments that are genuinely hilarious,
yes,
and then there's moments that are like funny in the way that the Star Wars prequels are funny.
Yeah.
Like, they have the same quality of memes to me.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Also, I think the villains, for the most part, are amazing.
Yep.
That's still in that era where it was kind of hard to make a superhero movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting to see it that way.
Did this come out before X-Men or after?
I want to say maybe a year after.
Interesting, because I thought the first X-Men was really good.
Yeah.
I thought they cracked the code with that 2000s X-Men.
Yeah, they were kind of working on it because they had like a blooper where like Spider-Man runs out on
Yeah,
set.
yeah. I remember seeing that. I thought that was really neat.
That was really neat. I think Sam Raimi's directing is excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching that particularly, and whether it be the shots he does or just simple scene structure where he's able to make like vignettes, like especially in Spider-Man 2 when he goes from the horror scene in the hospital.
That's my favorite scene. I love that.
And then he jumps to a Daily Bugle scene.
Yeah.
We don't get that anymore.
Yeah. I like that you mentioned Star Wars. I think we were talking about that last night where it's like, I remember when the prequel Star Wars films came out, they got so much hate, but watching Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi Spider-Mans, it reminded me of the prequels. I was like, why do people hate the prequels but love Spider-Man? I love both growing up, so maybe that's why they seem to follow not the same exact line, but they were just that flavor, that fun flavor to me.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't think aged very well with them as a whole is that CGI, because a lot of it I felt like I was watching a PlayStation 2 cutscene for a lot of those fights, especially the when Spider-Man's jumping on the balloons, fighting the Green Goblin, and then like a lot of the Doc Ock versus Spider-Man and the Doc Ock when he's collapsing the sun thing in the harbor.
Yeah.
A lot of that, I didn't think the graphics aged very well. I think there's one part where you told me the reason why, where Green Goblin's talking to Spider-Man, but you can see his mouth behind the mesh not moving, and you hear Green Goblin talking, and I was like, well, I see your mouth not moving, so that's obviously an overdub. And what was the reason that you said?
With the way that TV's evolved and high definition is now like a standard, there were shadows that were in the original theatrical cut or in the original DVD that we no longer see.
Here we go. So it's like a lot of the kind of smoke and mirrors. You kind of see behind the curtain now, see them. But I guess that's kind of the price you pay with modern televisions and everything.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, still the charm is there.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like you kind of want to get an old TV to see if those old movies actually did look better, and for the most part, they do because they're made for those sorts of TVs.
Yeah. But I will say, because I remember you said that, and I was like, well, I'll go back and I watched like Batman 89 and Batman Returns, and a lot of those graphics I think still hold up today, but they were doing a lot more practical stuff.
Yeah, they were doing either like imposing miniature shots into things or matte paintings.
Yeah.
They were more creative. They had some computers, but they weren't
like I think the only computer generated stuff maybe in Batman 89 is that opening shot when you see Batman on like some kind of balcony and he turns around, because you can kind of see it doesn't like flow perfectly, but besides that, everything else I think holds up to this day. And people will talk about the suit, but there's parts in the Sam Raimi trilogy where you can tell the suit's a little weird, where it's like the skin's exposed, but you can tell that's not actually Tobey Maguire's skin. It's like an underlayer of whatever. Like he gets cut across the chest and nothing moves and nothing bleeds. And you can see like, oh, that's like some kind of prosthetic piece cut up, which is cool. But seeing it now, it to me, a lot of that was like sticking, like I couldn't look away from it because it looked a little weird to me now. I don't know. And it's, again, that's very nitpicky, but just seeing how it laid, I don't know. So that's why I didn't, I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And I never felt that with the 89 Batman stuff or even the 92 Batman. Sure. Overall, the trilogy, do you want to give me an overall ranking for how you see it and then movie by movie?
Yeah, I think overall for me, it's sitting at like an 8 or 9 out of 10.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Because I mean, it's hokey at times, but it works. Yeah. The direction's excellent. Yeah. The performances are great. Even the bad performances, they add to a scene somehow. I don't get it.
When you're adding your total, you're taking in director, like editing, effects, acting. If we're taking it just in those, it's storyline. If you're taking just those five categories, where do you rank each of those for like, your directing, you think it's like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10?
For sure.
Casting and characters.
Casting, that's probably, there's some duds in there, but only a couple.
Anyone in particular?
I would say Topher Grace.
Yeah, I was going to say Chris Christopher. No, Topher Grace. What about dialogue? Sometimes I have a hard time with that in the Sam Raimi. You told me Tobey Maguire, a lot of the negative things is people say he seems flat in his acting. And I can see what you people are saying. And I think I kind of agree, kind of disagree, because I was telling him, I was like, I know the Bully Maguire memes came out during Spider-Man 3, but Tobey Maguire seems to be a bully through all 3 movies. Like in Spider-Man 1, a kid's about to get crushed by a balloon. And he's like, come on, kid, move. And it's like, bro, just go save him. He's like sitting there watching him about to get crushed. And he's like, move it. It's like, just go save him. He's a kid, dude. And then in Spider-Man 2, he walks by an alley and this dude is getting just like double team beat up, screaming for help. He stares right at the guy and then just turns around and walks away. And I'm like, what?
I kind of get that because that's when he was depowered.
Yeah, but still, it's like he didn't do anything to help someone out like that, like even without powers.
Yeah, to me that's kind of old like storytelling convention, or is like it's less to be taken literally, more like he sees something and he's like, damn, I can't help there. There's nothing I can do.
See, I didn't get that from the movie when I was watching that part. I didn't see. It looked like it was more of like, that's not my problem. And to me, watching that, I was like, so that whole lesson about Uncle Ben dying.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm like watching it. I'm like, and I know he has that whole like dream sequence montage. Like, sorry, Uncle Ben, I can't be who you want me to be. Yeah. Like, I can't live your dream for me or whatever. Like, I get that. But still, the fact that he learned that lesson, like he could have stepped in and done something to help and chose not to. And that whole part where watching the cops go by and then he just eats his hot dog, like, yeah, whatever. And so it's like stuff like that. I didn't feel like he felt powerless because he went to the doctor and he's like, oh, because I choose not to be Spider-Man. So in seeing those scenes, it wasn't like, oh, I can't be Spider-Man. It's like, oh, I'm choosing not to help.
I see what you're saying with the hot dog in particular.
Yeah.
That was so weird.
He's just like, huh. wow, someone's gonna die. Anyways, so that kind of stuff to me, yeah, so that's Toby. I think is my big problems. But continue with yours before I go nuclear on and get everyone on a hate train.
Yeah. So we'll go more into characters later, but I think overall, for the most part, like there's some seriously high highs.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like anywhere from Willem Dafoe to J.K. Simmons.
Yeah. Oh, they I don't know if this is a hot take, but I feel like the Raimi Spider-Verse is a lot like the Nolan verse for Batman, where in that Batman Dark Knight trilogy, I find the villains the most compelling. That's how I feel for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, because I don't remember liking the Sandman a lot, and then when I watched the movie, I ended up liking the Sandman a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow, this is a really kind of heartbreaking story and that whole character growth there. And I was like, wow, I guess he was really cool. Some of those fights were brutal, too.
Yeah, they were.
Like when he's like grinding Sandman's face against the train, I was like, whoa, I don't remember this at all.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't remember any of that. Like all of Spider-Man 3 before rewatching it last night must have been like a fever dream because I didn't remember any of the stuff. And I was like, this is wild. I was like, this is so cool. I felt like watching it for the first time again. So a lot of things were a surprise to me. Topher Grace's Venom, I don't welcome that back. Still don't get that. I think that might be, there's like two parts that stood out, but we'll go more in the deep dive of it. But yeah, I think you hit the, like talking about the Goblin, JJ, those characters. Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about William Dafoe's acting. Holy crap. All three movies.
Yeah.
His presence.
Yeah.
Wow.
And another thing with that is that they make really cool moments for each of the villains. Like for me, and my favorite Green Goblin stuff is when he's like in his apartment talking to his other personality or even the other mask.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It reminds me of like when they say as an actor, you just got to go for it. I feel like that's what William Dafoe does. And in previous episodes, I've been pretty vocal about my distaste for the Green Goblin and like the comics. I've never cared. And from not seeing the movies in so long, I never thought he was that great. William Dafoe is an awesome Green Goblin. And I don't know what more to say other than just like, wow, holy cow. What an actor. What a performance. I see why Green Goblin's so high on everyone's list after rewatching that movie. I wanted really more Green Goblin in Spider-Man 1. Because the way he was taking people out, frying them with the pumpkin bomb. By the way, seeing how people turn to skeletons, like even in Spider-Man 3, when he throws the pumpkin bomb into Venom, you see Topher Grace's character turn into a skeleton at the explosion. I was like, whoa, this is cool. But then it makes me question, why didn't that happen to Harry when the bomb blew up in his face?
That's true.
So a little continuity there that doesn't make sense. Also, Spider-Man tries to kill his best friend. I'm like, but I know that he had the symbiote, but I don't know. Other stuff there. I guess more I'm processing and like, more things to think about.
Yeah. How do you feel about no, I need to go back. Alfred Molina is Doc Ock.
Wow. Holy crap. Wow. I know I was just saying CGI a little bit ago, it was like PlayStation 2, but the acting of Alfred Molina, and I loved it when he came back from No Way Home. Thought he was great in it. I forgot how great he was in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
He was so menacing. There's only one scene that I thought was weird with him. That's not the CGI thing, but like acting wise is like when he's smoking a cigar and his tentacles are building machines. That felt like a little out of character.
I mean, watching that with modern context, I kind of like that because it makes me think of that meme where it's like, nah, you look tough. Let me take a picture.
See, that's what I was saying. Yeah. I was just like, because I know his tentacles were controlling him, and I felt like to me the tentacles are like, we're cool now. What do cool people do? I don't know, smoke a cigar, and the tentacles like, yeah, smoke a cigar. And I was like, okay, I'll smoke a cigar.
I mean, they are AI.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like, it's like ChatGPT takes control. Is like, you look hard, bro. yeah, smoke that stogie, bro. Yes. We're bad now. Light up. Yeah, that's how I saw it. But other than that, wow, just amazing.
Even like when those tentacles, when they aren't CG, they are puppets.
Yeah, the puppets. The fact that was, especially when you see the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we needed to highlight that because that was amazing.
What was your highlight of Spider-Man 3?
Spider-Man 3.
It sounds like Goblin's your highlight of 1. Ock is highlighted too, right?
Yeah.
And then what about for Spider-Man 3?
My highlight, I am between a couple. One is Bully Maguire
Yeah, Tobey Maguire is pretty great.
and the real villain of that, Mary Jane.
Mary Jane. God.
I've never been so mad at like a love interest before.
Yeah. You know how we just saw Supergirl a couple weeks ago and everyone's talking about how the villain could be better. If the villain was Mary Jane Watson, that movie would be a 10 because Mary Jane is just a piece of crap. Man.
Yeah.
I hate Mary Jane. Anyway, sorry. I'll get on a whole tangent about it.
Oh, we might have more room for that later.
Yeah, Mary Jane has her own spot in hell for her.
Yeah.
She's that much of a villain.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta give it to Bully Maguire because God.
I liked his fight with Harry in the room, like that fist fight going all out. I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye, or was it rub some dirt or put some dirt?
Put some dirt in your eye.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, bro, go for it, dude. I think, but people would make fun of that and say it was a bad part. And I was like, oh, I thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you thought so too. I wasn't sure if you thought that was funny or like cool.
A little bit of both.
Yeah. But it was a highlight for you.
Another highlight, I think, was when he breaks Eddie Brock's camera. He's like, see you, chump.
Yeah. That was so good.
So good.
I was like, I like the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The black suit looks great, by the way, too.
Yeah.
The texture on that, I was like, some of those landing poses he was doing and just in those fight scenes, I was like, whoa, this is cool.
Where do we rank the costuming of these movies?
Oh, I think costuming's top tier.
Top tier.
I used to not like the Goblin costume, but again, a lot of this was just from memory when I first saw it 20 years ago or whatever. Yeah. And so now seeing them again, I'm like, these were great movies. I was like, the costuming's so much fun. I'm not as high on these movies as I think you are. I'd probably put these more around like, it's hard because there's the nostalgia feel, which I think is awesome. So I'd probably have these at like maybe a 7 or an 8.
Yeah. I'm also watching them like prequels, and I think the prequels are amazing. So
I think the prequels are amazing still to this day, and I'll watch them over and over and over again. And I just think people dog the prequels acting, but I think the prequels acting is a little bit better than a lot of the acting in here. And I don't think the direction is like I think Sam Raimi is a better director, but I think George Lucas's cast acting chops was better. Although William Dafoe is number one. Yeah, William Dafoe is number one out of everything. But just the way some of these lines were delivered, I was like, that's a little awkward and little, I don't know, weird. So overall, I would say like a 7 or an 8. Directing, fantastic. I think the stories are fantastic. I really think the big thing I had a hard time with was the CGI for the time, how it held up now. And a lot of the acting by Tobey Maguire, I think, was really hard for me to watch. And maybe I'm not the biggest I've never claimed to be like a Tobey hater or a Tobey lover, but I just watched it and I just didn't find his performance the most compelling as Spider-Man or Peter Parker. And I couldn't stand MJ the whole time. So if I was ranking them movies, I kind of like the third one the best.
Really?
I like the third movie the best.
That is a hot take.
Yeah, because I thought the acting was the best in the third one. Like, I think it had some of the most corny parts, but they just went for it. I think the first one's best acting is William Dafoe by far. William Dafoe and JJ, wow. Masterclass in acting. I know J.K. Simmons, I should say, not JJ. But them two, I think performance-wise, absolutely incredible. The fight scenes were awesome. But after rewatching it, I think the Green Goblin carries that movie, personally.
I still think that the first one is my favorite. I know a lot of people really like 2. I like the first one.
Yeah, before watching them, I remember the second one being my favorite. But Doc Ock is also my favorite Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm wondering if that bias made me like the second one more. Because I remember even when the Green Goblin one came out, I was like, oh yeah, this is cool Spider-Man stuff. But when Doc Ock came out, I was like, yeah! Like, I was ready. And I loved it. And those fight scenes back then, so cool.
Yeah, for me with one, I love the Goblin work, but also it's really hard to do an origin story.
Yeah.
No one wants to see an origin story nowadays.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you make that not only entertaining, but rewatchable. First one did that.
Yeah, no. I think the first one did a great job with the origin story. I didn't feel like Aunt May and Uncle Ben were badly cast. I thought their acting was great. I think, yeah, my biggest problem with those movies might be, the more we talk about, is just Tobey Maguire acting chops.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know he's a great actor. I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I'm saying this his acting in these movies just wasn't doing it for me personally.
Makes for great memes, but
Yeah, it does definitely very memeable, like the prequels. But
like, that goes into one of my points is like the bad stuff in here is memorable. You're not like a
yeah. Like the bad stuff in I think Spider-Man 3 has the lowest lows. Like that one scene where starts dressing in all black and is just dancing.
Yeah.
I think from the walk all the way to the jazz club scene, I think is some of the worst Spider-Man anything out of all the movies. That chunk is just so, but it's the most memeable. Yeah. Everyone loves those as memes.
Yeah, but I'll say I hate the jazz club scene because Gwen Stacy did not deserve that.
Yeah. He was such a jerk, and she's like, that was all for her. Gwen Stacy was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like, I love Gwen Stacy in that movie. She was so sweet, so nice, didn't deserve any of the hate from the public or that cruelty from Peter. To win back MJ, whatever. But so from his quirky dancing to the jazz club scene, I think is the worst shot sequence, anything out of any of those Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. Garbage, throw it away.
I think the dancing's hilarious, but I can see where you're like, yeah.
Hilarious, definitely memeable, but I think I just didn't, in the context, if that was in like Superhero Cafe, great.
Yeah.
Like when they make fun of it, I love it all the time. But in terms of these movies, I don't love it. I think it's just so cringy, so bad, and brings it down. But I mean, the Sandman's daughter story, the whole getting the black suit, the meteor thing, falling down from space, which I thought they could have set it up better when Jameson's son returns from space and is about to marry Jane. I thought it'd been cooler if maybe they should have introduced Venom there, like the symbiote was there already from Spider-Man 2. I think that could have been a way better setup than it just the asteroid somehow because of the plot.
Yeah, they weren't planning on it in Spider-Man 2. Like.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, like, looking at Spider-Man 3, just an asteroid crashes, so happens to be right next to Spider-Man and MJ.
Yeah.
And it hitchhikes onto his bike. I'm like, what are the chances for that to happen?
Yeah. I would have liked to see, like, just weird side tangent, but, like, I struggle to remember, like, the name, but I know that, like, John Jameson comes back as, like, a werewolf. That would have been cool.
Oh, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, like he's got some sort of werewolf thing going on. I'm like,
oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I was just thinking for introducing the symbiote, like they could done a flashback in episode 3 showing that when Jameson got back, he doesn't have the symbiote, but like the shuttle, like something was on the shuttle, like goo. It landed, and so in Spider-Man 3, you see that it came back and has just been roaming wherever. Kind of thing, and been like taking over animals, and then since the symbiote like a lot of times eats its host, and I think there's concept art showing that Venom killed Topher Grace, like he's his skeleton underneath the symbiote. I think there's concept art of that or something like that. So that would have been cool. That's how it's been surviving. It's been killing animals or maybe homeless people in the movies or something like that, or criminals. And when it gets to Spider-Man, it's like, whoa, this host, I can do a lot with this host. I just think that would have been a better way to introduce it, set it up for 3. But I understand he wanted the Vulture and it was studio interference.
Yeah.
But
he wasn't particularly interested in Venom at all.
I can't blame him. Neither am I. So
that's a hot take.
Yeah, I don't care about Venom very much. I think he was cool. I don't like that they made him a hero. Eventually, I don't mind his movies. I like his movies, the Tom Hardy ones. But I always thought Carnage was so much cooler. But I think I like Carnage because Carnage is just a bad guy.
Yeah.
If they would have kept Venom a bad guy for like ever, yeah, then that would have been dope.
I can see that. I still really like Venom, so I'm kind of to see him done dirty in 3. I'm like,
Yeah. Again, I think those movies, after watching them, I love them. I love the Venom movies, and I know it's probably Andy Serkis just made those for me. That was it. He just made them for me.
Yeah.
I think if I had to rank them Spider-Man movies, I still love. I don't know now. Now that we're talking about it, I feel like.
Well, let's talk about Spider-Man 2 because we kind of glossed over that.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Spider-Man 2.
I do find that they to like almost the universe to a laughable degree punks Peter Parker in that.
Yeah, yeah. And that maybe that's why I didn't like that
Yeah.
after rewatching it is you're only on your second movie and getting beat down like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you just became Spider-Man and you already don't want to be Spider-Man. So then it's like, why should I be investing my time into watching Spider-Man?
That's why I kind of didn't like it on my rewatch, or I don't hold it as high as everyone
Oh,
else.
you
does.
also didn't like it on your rewatch.
No.
Oh, I thought I was the only one who didn't like it on the rewatch. I
like-
thought you still liked it on the rewatch.
Yeah, I mean, there's things I love about it because, like I said, it's got amazing scenes and little vignettes and stuff. But for like the overall thing, I'm like, they spend a little too long, like just sort of basking in the misery of Peter Parker.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm glad we're on the same page. I thought I was on my own island with that. But yeah, I think Spider-Man 2 is actually the worst of the Sam Raimi trilogy.
Wow.
Yeah. I would probably put 1 and 3. Like, Willem Dafoe's acting's so good. If we're just basing off that, 1's probably the best.
Yeah.
But I like Spider-Man 2's villain the best. But then I think the acting in Spider-Man 3 is the best.
Yeah, I think 1 is my best overall. 3, I was surprised by how good the action was in the acting.
The action is so good in it, right? Like, it was brutal.
Yeah, it was really watchable, actually.
Yeah, the other 2, I was kind of bored watching some of it, or I was losing interest. 3, I didn't lose interest the whole time.
Really?
I was like dialed in for 3.
Yeah, I was surprised how good 3 was. So, I mean, I don't know if I'd put it above 2, but I mean, it's good. We got to talk about that.
I'd put it above 2. I'd probably say after watching them all, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 3, then Spider-Man 2.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Because while I had some lows, there's some parts of 2 that I think about a lot.
Which parts?
Anything in the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, the Daily Bugle. Well, see, that's the thing, though. It's like...
But the hospital scene.
Yeah, the hospital scene with Doc Ock's really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Like, because I'm a big Sam Raimi fan, so I'm like...
horror, right?
They let him do horror and push that PG-13 rating a little bit.
Yeah. I think that's why I like Spider-Man 3 is because the Sandman losing half of his face, and you kind of see, even though he's in his sand form, half his brain's gone when Harry hits him with the pumpkin bomb. Harry kind of being psychotic.
Yeah.
I really liked that. His like just being devilish, smiling charm, and like, oh yeah, no worries, and then like trying to like kill Spider. I was like, wow. I will say when MJ was like, Peter, we're done, I was like, thank God. And Peter's like, but MJ, I love you. I was like, no, you don't, bro. No, you don't. She's bad for you, man. Don't do it.
Yeah. And I will say, even though MJ was egregious in 3, she was egregious in 2.
Yeah, she was real bad. I feel
bad.
It always seemed like if it wasn't about MJ, then it didn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in her opinion, like she didn't care what Peter was going through. Like, I'm sorry about your uncle. I'm sorry about this, but you weren't at my show. Everyone else has been at my show, but you weren't at my show. And then it was like, what else was it in Spider-Man 3? He's like, hey, I've been through it. When she's finally facing all this rejection from her acting and being down about it. And she's like, you don't understand. And it's like, well, Spider-Man 3 is the first time he's feeling good about himself being Spider-Man.
Yeah. I just realized she's not there for him at his lows or his highs.
Yeah.
Why is he with her?
She sucks eggs, bro.
Sucks eggs.
Sucks eggs. Gwen Stacy is so much better than MJ.
So much better.
Now, I love MJ in the comics, but in the movies, I think Gwen Stacy is a better love interest for Spider-Man than MJ.
Yeah, I agree. MJ's the worst. Like, why is she there?
By episode 3, I was so ready for her. I was like, just to be killed by Venom or something like that. I was like, she needs to go, man. She was just annoying me so much.
Yeah.
So much. I couldn't stand her. Her as MJ storyline reminded me of Amy Adams as Lois Lane, and I do not like Amy Adams as Lois Lane. There's just so annoying and naggy and just like, and I'm just like, shut up, God. Yeah.
Oh, Spider-Man 2, one more scene, the train scene.
Everyone talks about the train scene. Train scene is cool. I'm not as high on it, I don't think.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I remember as a kid loving it, but I don't know. I thought I think when he's like got his weird face and he's trying to stop the train. And I just sit there and I'm like, okay.
I think that's fucking funny.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like laughing at it. Like, I think I wanted a more, try to put it in like the idea of watching it again. It reminded me a lot of the prequels. And I'm like, how goofy is this? And Sam Raimi's known for doing some goofy stuff in his movies, but in a very serious, like, one thing I hate is if you put a goofy moment or do something goofy during a real serious scene. And that's what I felt like. That's why I'm not big on Guardians of the Galaxy. A lot of the early Marvel movies, it'd be some severe catastrophic things happen and they'd crack a joke. And it's like, is this really the time to crack a joke or do something funny or make a stupid face or something like that? So yeah, I just don't love the train scene. It's not horrible, not bad. I remember Doc Ock's really cool in it, but I'm also like, it's a Spider-Man movie, but all the villains are cooler. Is how I felt about it, which is kind of hard. But I think that's a big reason why, I mean, for the Far From Home, they brought back Doc Ock and Green Goblins because those villains, I mean, I know they brought back Toby, but having Tom Holland fight them was so cool because those villains were so cool.
Yeah.
Where I think Toby might be getting, I don't think Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is kind of like Michael Keaton, like Batman. Michael Keaton's a cool Batman, a great, really, really great Batman. I don't think Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man is like that. I think that is pure nostalgia. I don't think Tobey as Spider-Man is at the same height as Michael Keaton as Batman. I don't know if that's a hot take either, but
I mean, I prefer Keaton.
yeah, Keaton's going back and watching Batman 89 and Returns. We'll probably do a whole video on that, but him as Batman, the acting's great. The scenes are emotional. Everything's awesome. He's a conflicted, tortured hero, making tough decisions, doing good things, doing bad things. But I don't feel like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man can hit those same or hits those same levels for me. A lot of those web slinging scenes are cool, but they're not. A lot of them are also CG, and it's kind of hard for me to get into, if that makes sense. Great product for its time, I would say.
Yeah.
But I don't, after rewatching them, I think some of that nostalgia is worn off for me in the sense and being a little bit more critical on them. So yeah, that's why I'd probably put my love for the Sam Raimi trilogy at a 7. Again, they're not bad. Green Goblin, fantastic. Doc Ock, fantastic. JJ, fantastic. Director, fantastic. Practical effects were really cool. That's why, maybe that's it. I really like the practical effects, and the CG took me out of it.
Yeah, because you're like, if those are that good, why is this there?
Yeah, I think that's the big gaping difference. I think that's what was, I think that's, after talking about it, I think that's what it is. It's just like, damn, these practical effects are so cool. Why did we go do that?
Yeah.
Why did you just do that? I don't know if it's movie studio interference or what.
I think it was just at the time trying to get the shots that you wanted to get. And, I mean, technology was at a weird place at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, either it was a year shy of Attack of the Clones or Attack of the Clones had just come out.
Yeah, and they're still figuring it out. I will say, too, maybe if a lot of those battles were at night, it would have been better. Maybe because it was in the daylight and trying to get the shadows and the lighting right. A lot of that CG is weird. Because I know if you use CG and it's very dark, it might be easier to hide bad effects, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, because that's why everything looks flat nowadays. I mean,
so I think that might be a big thing for me. Maybe that's I think that's it. It's just the practical effects were so cool in the Raimi trilogy. I wish they would have done more practical and stopped leaning so much in the CG.
At the same time, I'd rather have those beautiful colors and those shots that they get because nothing looks like that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the glider looks so cool. The costuming is out of this world. Some of those fight scenes that aren't CG are neat. Like, I know you're not going to scrape the Sandman's face against a train for real. I get that. But even those CG scenes, I thought looked really good.
Yeah, they did.
I think the CG in Spider-Man 3 looked the best out of any of the CG for the other. I know it came out later, so they had more time, but I thought the CG in Spider-Man, maybe that's the other thing, is like the practical versus CG in Spider-Man 3 wasn't as egregious in the difference.
I could see that.
And I was like, wow, it never took me out for a moment. So I think that's, I mean, is there anything else we haven't really touched on? I know we're going to be doing a tier list here in a little bit, but
I think we're ready for the tier list.
well, we got one thing before the tier list. We got to do our figure it out recommendations.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, so if you're a collector, of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, there's not a whole lot anymore unless you go to that's modern, I should say.
Yeah, that's modern.
Unless you go to like the old Toy Biz stuff, which a lot of those figures are still really good.
Yeah.
Articulation was ahead of its time. The Doc Ock, the Green Goblin, the Spider-Man, a lot of those, you can still get some really cool figures off of eBay or Mercari or even like flea markets. You'll see a lot of those figures around.
They are expensive though.
They are expensive, but right now I think you can get you have all the modern Tobey stuff that you can get.
Yeah.
Because you have the Marvel Legends Tobey, the Marvel Legends Green Goblin, the William Dafoe, and the Alfred Molina Doc Ock.
Yeah.
I have the Tobey and Spider-Man and the Alfred Doc Ock. I was thinking about getting the Green Goblin that they have up for pre-order. Are you going to get that one or are you going to stick with this one?
I might stick with this one because I was thinking about that one. It's honestly great. Like, if you don't have a Goblin, get it. But for me, I wish they had the 2000s glider.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the one you have right over there, and I'll put a picture of all three of the figures that you can get now up. It looks really cool. I actually like the arm blade.
Yeah.
And the more I was like looking at both of them, I think the No Way Home one, I might like that better than the one that's going to come out in October.
Really?
Yeah. The more I was looking at the difference, because the texturing, the wornness of it, and it came with the Goblin helmet, right?
Yeah. That's another head you can put in. You can even do like, it's got this hoodie thing. So you could take off the hood and have the Willem Dafoe head. You could put the hood on with the Dafoe head, or you can take both off and put on a Goblin helmet.
Yeah. So to me, I would say probably the modern No Way Home one looks more tactical too.
Yeah. For
I
sure.
like how more worn it looks. It doesn't look as, I'm not saying the old one looks silly. It just looks grittier.
Yeah. To me, it looks like they've taken some inspiration from the comic one. Oh, it's right over there. That's why we keep looking at it.
Yeah. We're looking off screen at it right now. Willem Dafoe, it looks like he's waving high at us. Yeah. Look at that goblin face.
Look at that Goblin face.
But we'll put it, he has a utility belt too.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I think the No Way Home one is better than the one that's coming out.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's just doing from just a surface view. Of course, we don't have the new one in hand. Can't tell you, but just from looking at pictures and seeing the No Way Home one in hand, I think the No Way Home one's better.
I think so too.
So that's all you can really get for figures. But now, time for a tier list. As you know, every episode, I think every episode except Supergirl, we've done a tier list, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And we love us some tier lists. So let's get this going here. So you put this tier list together. You want to tell the audience what we're doing tier list wise?
Okay, so we are looking at the characters of the Raimi trilogy. I've got some heavy hitters, I've got some background characters, and I've got some very memorable characters in here.
I'm really excited for this. All right, first up, who's this? Peter Parker. What do you got with Peter? Where do you think?
So for Peter, I'll say I have two separate entries of Tobey as Peter and Tobey as Spider-Man.
Okay.
If you feel that he's better in one field than the other.
I do feel like he's better in one than the other.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, as Peter, I think he's garbage. I'd put him at C.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's garbage, Peter Parker.
I can see it. I think he's low B.
Low B. I'll keep him in B just out of respect to a classic. Yeah. Next up, Spooderman.
Spooderman.
I just only an A. I like his Spider-Man. His Spider-Man is a jerk.
Yeah.
His Spider-Man is a jerk in all three movies. I don't understand still in the movies why he didn't just tell Harry to begin with, like, hey, your dad tried to kill me with the glove. Like, I know Harry or Norman was like, don't tell Harry. And the butler knew the whole time and didn't say anything. I was just like, you could have avoided all this hassle if Peter's like, listen, your dad is the Green Goblin. He tried to kill me. I tried to stop him. I jumped out of the way. And also, Spider-Man doesn't have, like, huge swords or anything. Like, what would be the motive? Like, Harry, sit down and think, bro.
Yeah.
Like, think for 2 seconds. What? Green Goblin's gone? What do you think happened?
Yeah.
I mean, I could even say that.
I'd at least put him in A.
Put him in A?
Yeah, because I love his suit.
His suit's great.
I love-
Costuming,
yeah.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Like, that's one of my favorite Spider-Man suits overall.
Only thing I don't like is when he has the torn up suit, because sometimes the eye goggle is like on his forehead. His eyes exposed and the goggles. I think in Spider-Man 3 it does that. It's like his mask's torn open and the eye is like up here, and I'm like,
Right, that is realistic.
It's-
That does happen.
It does, but it's just so funny because it's like you see his eye here and his other eye is up here. And I'm like, all right, you could have done some movie magic for that. And then when his skin's exposed, you can see that it's the muscle suit that has cuts in it and not his actual Spidey suit. So that's kind of thrown me out. But when it's all together, beautiful, spectacular.
I kind of like a mean Spidey because sometimes he is just mean.
Yeah, yeah. Next up. Who's that? Oh, Harry.
That's Harry Osborn.
I liked Harry better than Peter in this.
Well, that's funny.
Yeah, I would do this.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I didn't hate his new goblin as much as I thought I would.
Yeah, I also thought that on
Yeah.
this is why I love doing the tier list because it's reminding me of things I liked and disliked from the same rate. Harry Osborn was not bad.
No.
I mean, again, if you came home and you found Spider-Man putting your dead dad on a couch, you would hate Spider-Man too.
Yeah.
And if your best friend also is holding out on telling you who Spider-Man is, you'd probably be mad.
Yeah.
And then if your best friend didn't tell you what really happened, you'd probably be mad. So I'm like, Harry's kind of justified when he's like, you stole MJ from me, you killed my dad, and you did all this. And it's like, yeah, I'd hate Peter too.
Nah, stealing MJ kind of did him a favor.
Yeah. Harry should have been like, actually, let's let bygones be bygones. You're going to suffer now, brother.
Yeah. I don't need to do anything to you. You just got to keep dating her.
I like imagining too in this exact scene when the bus comes by and he disappears that he just like ducks under the table. And Peter's just like, and you just see the door open and it's him crawling out. I liked imagining that. That was pretty funny. I was also like, I noticed this too. MJ must not really think of like highly of Peter as Spider-Man if Harry's just like, I'm going to kill him unless you do what I say. Why didn't, for 1 second, she's like, he's Spider-Man. Why would I do what you say? Did that cross your mind at all?
That's true.
Yeah, I was watching that. That's what bugged me also about Spider-Man 3 is he's like, I'm going to kill Peter unless you do what I say. And she's like, oh my God, I'm going to do exactly what you say then. I'm like, he's Spider-Man. What are you talking about?
She's, yeah, go ahead. What?
Yeah, I think even Harry was like, wait, real? For real? Really? Okay, yeah. Like, I know he had the goblin serum, but she didn't know that.
Yeah.
She just thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever. Oh, S tier, JJ. Yeah, him and William Dafoe and Alfred Molina, I will just tell you right now, without knowing what else you got here, they might be the only S tiers that I can think of off the bat. I really want to do this to Toby, but I can't, I know. I like it when he's pitching to JJ. This part, my idea. What is it? Daily Bugle. It's hip. It's now. It's wow or something
And
like.
how?
And how? My part again.
That's Ted Raimi, by the way.
That's his brother.
That's his brother.
Oh well, right there above Peter and no. I enjoyed him. I thought he was funny in the movies. I don't think he's great. I mean, higher than Galactus for sure in one of our older rankings. Remember, F is for MODOK, people. F is for MODOK. I'm going to put that when we do tier lists. I'll just put F is for MODOK right there.
Yeah, and a lot of the times, that's kind of the role he'd put Ted in. He'd be like, be this guy.
Yeah, I like this. So,
I like this a lot.
Do you think D is fair or do C?
I think C.
C, okay. I liked him.
Minor, but I mean, he's funny.
Yeah, I would put Toby maybe right above him then.
Yeah, I will say there are no Daily Bugle employees in D.
Yeah, no, they're all good. Oh, Bonesaw's ready. I love Macho Man Randy Savage, one of my top favorite wrestlers of all time. I think he's one of everyone's top favorite wrestlers of all time.
Oh, for sure.
How do you not love the Macho Man? And as Bonesaw as a kid, I didn't realize that was Macho Man.
I didn't either.
So then realizing that when I got older, I thought that was so cool. I put Bonesaw on A.
Yeah.
I think he was a fun character, especially for that first kind of villain, the major part he played in the story. Also in the video game, you fight him. If I recall correctly, don't you fight Bonesaw in a cage in the first Spider-Man game?
I feel like you do.
Because I think it's like multiple people come in, you're fighting them one by one as Spider-Man. I think.
If not, like I don't know what they were thinking. But.
Yeah, maybe I was in like an alternate universe. Yeah. All right, next up. Who do we got here? Oh, Mysterio. Quentin Beck, right?
Yeah.
But as
the wrestling announcer?
As the wrestling announcer, where would we rank him at?
He does give Spider-Man his name.
I was thinking that, but out of his 3 roles, is this your favorite?
No.
No,
There's
same
one
here.
that is.
I like his other. I think this is his worst of the 3.
was worse of the three.
Yeah.
I could say that. I could see that. Yeah.
Where do you think?
I think somewhere in B.
B, you rank him higher than him? I find I would do this. If he's up there in B, then we need to bring Peter Parker down to C.
Okay, we'll put him below. We'll put him below Ted Raimi.
All right, there we go. Next up,
Betty Brant.
is that Betty? Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, let's put her. I would say the highest of C.
Highest to see. Yeah.
I like in Spider-Man 3 when JJ's going to take his pills and she's like, and he's this one. And he goes to take drink water. So good.
So good.
Oh, here's an S. S tier, Doc Ock. I'd put him above JJ. Doc Ock was so good. His story, realizing that whole thing where he's like, listen to me, that whole thing, telling his tentacles, just being manipulated. I've seen people compare his story to that of like Dr. Frankenstein and all that and his creations. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool twist. I never really seen it in that kind of spotlight, but it made more sense here. That whole scene when they're trying to cut his tentacles off and they're killing everyone. And he's trying to do the right things, but they're just taking over his mind. So cool, I think, personally.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
That's an S tier villain right there.
Yeah.
S tier character right there.
Who's that? Oh, the pizza.
Yeah, Mr. Aziz.
You know, I just watched the movie last night and I already forgot about him. D, is that fine?
D is fine. He's just a man trying to run his business, and Peter's messing stuff up for him.
Yeah. It's just I don't know why I totally already forgot about him. It's wild.
Wow.
Let me see. Next up. Oh,
Mr. Ditkovich.
So here's the thing about him is he's always like rant. But then when Peter snaps on him, he's just like, hey, he's a good boy. He must be going through some, like, he's like good at heart. I like him. I would say, I don't know.
I think he's great.
What do you think?
Is he above Tobey?
Yeah,
Is he above Peter?
I would tell again. I still think Peter belongs in C, but that's personally me.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I think Mr. Ditkovich is hilarious.
Okay, we'll put him in B above Toby. Next up, Aunt May. Oh hell yeah. I thought she was a good Aunt May.
Yeah.
She had some good advice. I think it was kind of weird when she got upset with Peter when he finally tells her the truth about Uncle Ben's murder and everything. I thought that scene was didn't make too much sense.
Because he's kind of like, this happened and I want the guy dead. And she's kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Yeah, I was kind of taking it. It was like, why didn't you tell me this after all these years? Why are you just telling me now? Which I think is kind of cool that we both watched the movie same time, basically, and kind of came away with two different perspectives of it. I think is really neat.
Yeah.
This Aunt May, I like how she saves Spider-Man from Doc Ock, which also makes me wonder. Peter launches at Doc Ock. He's ready to kill him. Why didn't Spider-Man's spider sense work to know that blade was going to come at him?
He didn't hit the counter button in time.
Yeah. Because I noticed like Peter's spider sense was very selective. Like when Harry went to stab him, his spider sense wasn't working then. And I was like, where's your spider sense, bro? So I think Toby might have had the worst spider sense, unless it came to fighting Flash Thompson.
Yeah, I think because when I was watching a little bit of Amazing Spider-Man, I've noticed that they're a little different. Like with Toby, it's more of a warning sign. While Andrew, it kind of invokes some like automatic response in his muscles.
Yeah.
So it like puts him in autopilot. I don't think Toby has that autopilot.
Oh, okay. I did like in the TASM ones how it's like the screen goes blue and he's like, oh, I got to avoid that. Oh, I got it. And Tom Holland's is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But I think Toby has the worst spider sense of them all.
It's literally just like your blind spot detection in your car.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. What? So Aunt May though, low A, high B.
Somewhere between there.
We'll leave her there for now.
Yeah, I'll leave her there for now.
Oh, Gwen, A. She deserves so much better in this trilogy. For what screen time she had, amazing. Let me see. Oh, Willem Dafoe. I think his performance is the greatest thing of any of the Raimi movies.
Yeah.
The Raimi movies.
It's like the number one thing.
So good. Willem Dafoe. I can't believe I didn't remember how great and iconic his Green Goblin was. And again, now I'm starting to understand why people have Green Goblin so high on their lists. Because again, in the comics, in the animated series, everywhere, I'm like, I don't see why Green Goblin's so impactful. Like in the animated series, it was always Doc Ock. When Doc Ock showed up, I was so excited. Doc Ock, Kingpin, and Hobgoblin. Whenever those three were on the screen, I was all about it. Green Goblin, I was like, I don't care. Whatever. I liked it more as Norman Osborn, but Willem Dafoe made me a fan of Green Goblin.
Nice.
F is for MJ.
Yeah.
MJ is the worst character in the entire trilogy. I don't know if that makes her the most masterful villain then, because her performance and her acting and things she does and the writing just makes me hate her so much. And I'm just like, did they purposely do that to like hate MJ? Because I didn't side with her at all.
No.
The only part where I was like, I get why she's mad is when he kissed Gwen Stacy as Spider-Man doing their, like, I got that. That would be infuriating. Everything else, I was just like, you kind of suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who we got next? Who the hell is? Oh, that's the one that sells JJ the camera.
Yeah.
That's right. And she's like, $100. Film's 50. Just for her short scene, I really liked her. I thought she was way more clever than all of them. I'd put her at the high end of B.
Yeah.
High end of B.
Yeah, you know what? Sure.
Because
I mean, she swindles J. Jonah Jameson.
that's why high end of B. It's like JJ usually swindles everybody. He gets what he wants. He's always able to manipulate everyone into getting what he needs, even the media into hating Spider-Man sometimes, and this girl pulled one over on him, or this kid.
Yeah.
Topher Grace, he can be a B. Wait, is that Topher Grace?
That's tough.
Yeah, okay. Maybe that, because there's some parts where Topher I thought was like really good scummy villain, where he's like, "Hey, Spider-Man, I'm the new guy. I'll be taking your shots now." And Spider-Man's like, "Yeah, you sure about that?" And he's like, "Yeah, no offense, but Parker kind of sucks." And I was like, that whole introduction, that was just like, that was kind of funny.
Yeah, he was really good at being a complete tool. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him that.
Yeah, his Venom not so great, but everything else,
I will say that's a different entry. So if you want to just do Eddie Brock.
Okay, yeah, Eddie Brock. Oh, Eddie Brock then I think is better than maybe there.
Yeah, right there.
I also liked. Well, we'll get there with Venom. All right, so this is the best one.
That's the best one.
Yeah, I would put A, because when that's the one when he's like the in the restaurant. Yeah,
No, that's the theater.
Oh, that's the theater. Okay,
Yeah.
second best one. I'll put it
Second
in
best
B.
one. Like, bro was rage baiting before that was a term.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, your shoe's untied. Oh, this. Oh, your tie." And he comes up. "Yeah, what can I do for you?" He's like, "I'm here for the show." Ooh, no one can be seated after the doors close. Well, MJ wants me to be here for it. Well, she wanted you to be here on time for it. I was like, I was cracking up. I thought he was awesome in it.
That's your customer service voice, bro.
Yeah, that was so good. That was so good. Oh, yeah. I think this Peter's better than that Peter.
I think so too.
I would put him. I'd probably put, yeah. Again, I'm still arguing for that. I think it should be that, but I'll leave it for now.
I think the only thing keeping him from A is the cafe scene.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that
Like,
is it.
I can't believe he did Gwen like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know that you bring that up. There we go.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
yeah, but he's so damn funny.
Yeah, mid B. Who's that? Is that?
That's the restaurant guy.
That's the restaurant. There we go. That's what we need. I thought that was so funny. I love that scene. Peter's like so happy. He's like, they finally like me. You know, he's like, I'm finally. And I know I can understand they're trying to portray it like he's insensitive, but it's like we just watched 2 movies of Spider-Man having a hard time being Spider-Man, everything not going his way, him sacrificing everything, and we're finally getting a movie where he's getting his flowers as Spider-Man and the city's loving him, and then MJ's got to make it all about her.
Yeah, that really infuriated me because, he went through 2 movies of that, and he's like, he's trying to tell her, I was there, I know what it's like. She's like, shut up, you don't know. I'm trying to think about me for once. I'm like, yeah.
It's like, does she forget how many times he was trying to tell her he's Spider-Man, and how many times did he leave voicemails for her, and she was sitting in the room just listening to the voicemails instead of picking up?
Oh, I hate that.
That made me so mad. And then in Spider-Man 3, they tried to show like, oh, she was going to pick up but couldn't. and he hung up before she could. It's like, well, why don't you just hang up, or why don't you just pick up the phone when he called? That's so toxic. MJ is so toxic in these movies. I can't stand her. Sandman, I love Sandman's story. I think he's the only villain that I wouldn't, I mean, besides Venom, I wouldn't put him in S, but for what we got to see of him, very tortured character. It was really cool seeing he was just trying to do this all for his daughter, and he was just wrong place, wrong time, doing the wrong thing, but for the right cause. I thought that was a really, watching Spider-Man 3, I was just like, why did I forget how deep this story is? I didn't remember any of it.
Yeah. And sure, his performance wasn't like over the top, but it was very sincere.
Yeah.
Like I really got a sense of sincerity from Sandman here.
I was very confused in No Way Home, like why 1 minute he's cool and then 1 minute he's not, and then he is again. I thought that was very confusing.
Yeah, me too.
I really didn't like the Sandman in No Way Home, and that's why going into the movie, trying to just remember or recollect of like what I thought about it, I was like, oh, Sandman sucks. But then Spider-Man 3, I was like, oh wow, he was good. You could tell that maybe, I don't know if this is true, but it seemed like Spider-Man 3, Sandman was going to be the main guy, or no, was it always going to be the Vulture?
I'm not sure.
Because it just seemed like he had the best. Like the New Goblin, I thought sucked, and story-wise, not sucked, but not as strong. Like the New Goblin and Venom's character arcs were not as strong as Sandman. So it seemed like to me the plan was Sandman. He got great attention, great CGI, fun fight scenes. I can only imagine if he was just the singular main villain through the movie, how much of a difference we would have gotten.
Yeah.
Next up, looks like Uncle Ben. Probably like right there.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think he's
Maybe like that.
yeah, because I don't want to say he's like serviceable, but he is. But he actually does a good job.
Yeah, he does a good job, because that's why I'm kind of looking at Bruce Campbell. That's why I kind of just move these around. Even Bonesaw and Gwen, it's like he has a great presence in Spider-Man 1 and 2. Does he in 3? I don't remember. He wasn't in 3.
No, he was in 3 because and it was in the flashbacks with Flint because he was holding him up.
That's right. Yes. So it's like he was almost like was Jiminy Cricket of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And so I think that is an important role.
Yeah.
I'd probably then put maybe Bonesaw down, maybe down here. I don't know.
I don't know. Bonesaw is just
Maybe
we're quoting him to this day, bro.
Yeah, I was probably in A tier. So far, we got Gwen, then Spider-Man, Bonesaw, Uncle Ben, Sandman. What character would this be called? Was this still Quentin Beck? I wonder what it is in the credits of the movies. We should look that. And then Aunt May. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I think the best Aunt May is still Tom Holland's, and I think the best Uncle Ben is Andrew Garfield's.
Yeah, you can see that.
Oh, he was cool.
Robbie Robertson.
Yeah.
I heard Spider-Man was there.
Yeah, just looking at Peter, like without saying anything.
Yeah, that was Dokes before Dokes.
I would probably do that.
Yeah.
You know, high end of C.
Yeah, that exact face right there.
Yeah. Just looking at us like, Oh,
I heard Spider-Man was there.
Such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I'd put her at top of B.
That's Ursula Ditkovich.
Yeah, she was just so cool. Always there for Peter, unlike MJ. And she was always so sweet, always so caring, considerate. Yeah, and she's like, "Cold Mary Jane," and like, not British accent, but whatever. I can't do the accent, so I just went to British. But she's like, she's on the phone for you, and
definitely the better choice for Peter.
yeah, literally anybody was a better. Harry was a better choice.
Harry was a better choice.
For Peter. Kirk Connors.
Yeah.
So I forgot Kirk Connors was in the movie. He was always so condescending, because what did he say to Doc Ock is like brilliant but lazy? And then I always thought that was weird. They were always so mean to Peter. Everybody is so mean to Peter the whole time that I'm like, that's not deserved at all.
Yeah.
But when he's like brilliant but lazy.
Actually, Brilliant but Lazy was Doc Ock.
Yeah, but Kirk Connors told Doc Ock that Peter was brilliant but lazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, the fact that was getting around, it's kind of weird. So I would say a D, high end of D. You never got to see him be Lizard Man, so
Yeah, that would have been cool.
that would have been wild.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have included him in the Sinister Six, but too late. Let's see next. I mean, this one is, I forgot he was in Spider-Man. I don't know. He's not in it for very long.
But he makes an impression.
He does. That's the only fight where Spider-Man's spider sense really works.
Yeah. I would say he's better than the Andrew Garfield one. I feel like he has more of a presence here.
I like the Andrew Garfield Flash Thompson better too.
Really?
Yeah, because that whole scene when after Peter's dad or grandpa or uncle dies, that Flash comes and he's like, "Hey, I get it, man." Like the anger, and I was like, "Wow, this Flash Thompson's more than just a bully."
Yeah.
So a little bit more. Well, this guy's just like a total jerk. The other one was a jerk, bully, but then he was like, "Hey, I know what you're going through." And then there's a deleted scene in TASM too, where they all graduate, and you see that Flash and Peter are friends.
Oh, really?
By the end of and like he comes up and he gives Peter a hug and is like, "We did it, man." And I think that kind of development is cool. So I don't think he's horrible. I just didn't. I mean, we can do like there. there you go. I'll do that.
Okay, yeah, we could do that.
I mean, there, or would you say like there?
Because honestly, I like Betty better than him.
Yeah, so I got Betty, then him.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, you gotta go through.
Yeah, Joey Diaz.
Yeah. Right there.
Sure.
Top of C. Oh man, I'm sad because we only got 3 left.
Yeah,
I love tier lists. Oh, God, what was her name?
I know the actress, Octavia Spencer.
Yeah, but what in the movie? I don't know. I mean, put her.
Yeah, she was the one signing him up for the wrestling.
Yeah. Damn, it's gonna bug me. I can't remember her name. Boop. I don't know. Maybe there.
You like Mr. Aziz more than her?
I don't know. That's what I'm having a hard time with. What do you think? I'll leave it to you.
I would put Mr. Aziz, mostly because of the Pizza Time memes.
Yeah, Pizza Times. It's Stanley. It is Stanley.
It's
Stanley.
Stanley.
Stanley, I lie. There's
Yeah.
another S tier. It's Stanley, the legend. Oh, and here we go. Venom. Topher Grace's Venom.
Funny enough, I think Spider-Man 3 was like the first time I had made the connection of Stanley in the cameos.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because he was in like cutaway scenes and the other ones, and he
really
has a
quick.
speaking line.
Yeah. He's really like there. Blink and you miss it, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And they put him in front of the camera here, give him a good line.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's Stan Lee.
Yep. Man's a legend. I can't do more than these 3, but
Yeah.
yeah, there we go. I would put Venom D. I thought Venom was bad. I think the only cool Venom part was when Spider-Man's trying to find Venom and Venom grabs him by the head and pulls him up. Yeah. That was scary. The whole jump scare too in the cab.
Yeah. Like, I don't like the design.
Yeah, design's bad.
I don't like any of the sound work, honestly, whether it's the creature sounds or the fact that there was no sort of distortion on Topher's voice.
Yeah. Yep.
Thought those are big
My
missteps.
spider sense is tingling, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I was like, oh.
Like, shut up, bro.
Shut up. Yeah, I think Venom is just the absolute worst of all the main trilogy villains except MJ.
Yeah.
I feel so right now our ranking, we got Green Goblin 1, Doc Ock 2, JJ 3, Stanley 4, and that's all S tier. In A tier, we have Gwen, Spider-Man, Bonesaw, Uncle Ben, Sandman, Quentin Beck as the host, and Aunt May. I would make some changes here.
Yeah? What are you thinking?
I'm still thinking Aunt May down to B, and I would probably just Aunt May to B.
Yeah.
But we'll keep her in A if you think she should stay
I
in
could
A.
put her in B.
High end to B.
Why do I want to put the Bruce Campbell Usher in A?
Oh, the Usher in A?
Yeah.
If we put the Usher in A, I would have to... Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, right below the restaurant, because both of those scenes are comedy gold.
Yeah, because those were the main 2 ones that stuck out to me. This one, I was like, whatever. But these 2 were hilarious.
Yeah.
So little re-ranking. I guess we should do that before we finalize. So there's our A. B. Do we want to move any of this around?
What was it?
This kind of looked like it's in the same scene.
Yeah.
As far back, like this is a perspective shot. Like she's talking to JJ. It's $100, and it looks like he turned around and smiled because he told her to do it.
Yeah.
I still think regular Peter and C. His line delivery is so bad.
Oh my god.
I am passionate about that. But if you love this Peter Parker so much, I'll keep him in B. But
If he wasn't such a meme, he'd be in C. But the memes are kind of holding him up because you just laugh at that stuff.
I just feel like his better memes are this one though. You know, like everyone remembers that one. We'll keep him there, but
he's at the bottom of that.
Yeah, bottom of B.
I won't put him any higher than the bottom of that.
Yeah, he's borderline C, I'll say.
Yeah.
Do we want to change any of these C ranks? You gotta go through me.
You gotta go through me.
Maybe this and this. Come on.
That's fair.
Maybe that.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of maybe.
Yeah.
I liked his comedy.
Yeah.
Topher Grace is really falling in the rankings here.
Yeah, he really is. We started him high and we're just like,
Like, actually, now that we think about it.
yeah, I didn't know anything about it.
I guess you got the lizard Kirk Connors also down here with Venom, but I just thought that Kirk Connors was lame. He was a jerk, too.
Yeah, he was a total
I was
jerk.
just like, you know what? There you go. You're that much of a jerk.
Yeah, because at least Mr. Aziz, he's like, look, man, you're costing me hundreds of dollars in like pizza money here.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing, bro?
What are you doing? You're costing me money. Like, he's trying to run a business.
Yeah. So
Mr. Aziz, man.
But so I would even say this because these three are just down horrible, horrible, horrible. Like really mean, funny. He's there for Peter. He's there. And now that we're talking about it, I kind of want to do this.
Gotta go through me.
Yeah. What are we thinking?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so finals is we got Goblin. Actually, you know what? There is one I'm noticing missing. Where's the new Goblin? Where will we rank the new Goblin? Because you mentioned too that after watching Spider-Man 3, you like the new Goblin better than what you assumed.
Yeah.
So if we had the new Goblin on here, I would say probably top of B.
Yeah, New Goblin. Yeah, I'd say top of B.
Because he goes, I mean, he's only in the movie for so long, but the whole intro, I remember that scene in the movies. I was like, whoa, who the hell when did he get this? But it's like at the end of 2, he realizes, oh, I can be the Goblin, got the serum. Kind of would like to see more of that, like him prepping to go hunt Spider-Man. Maybe that would have been a cool introduction.
Cool. Yeah, I worked that in with Harry because I'm like,
okay, if Harry's worked in with the new Goblin, then I would do this.
yeah.
I think that actually I kind of like him more than Aunt May. I'm not a big Aunt May fan for the Tobey ones.
Yeah, Ursula.
What do you think?
I mean, yeah, that's it.
There we go. All right. So our final ranking, I swear, guys. Green Goblin, Doc Ock, JJ, Stanley, S tier, Gwen Stacy, Spider-Man, Bonesaw, Uncle Ben, Sandman, Quentin Beck as the usher and as the, what would you say, like the waiter or the host?
The host, yeah.
As the host, all in A tier. And B tier, we got Harry / New Goblin, Ursula, Aunt May, the kid that swindles JJ, bully Peter Parker, the landlord. What's the landlord's name?
Mr. Ditkovich.
Mr. Ditkovich, normal Peter Parker, all in rank B, rank C. God, I forgot her name already.
Betty Brant.
Yeah, Betty, Flash Thompson, the other Quentin Beck as the wrestling announcer, Sam Raimi's brother. God, now I'm forgetting what's his name again?
Robbie Robertson.
Robbie Robertson, Eddie Brock, Pizza Boss, Train Dude, all in C. Lady that signs Peter up for wrestling, Kirk Connors and Venom and D, and the absolute worst character in the entire Sam Raimi trilogy, MJ and F. Congratulations, MJ. You are now F with MODOK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's MJ and MODOK tier now.
God, yeah. MODOK is so bad. And I kind of wish MODOK was in D now. F is for MJ.
F is for MJ.
F is for MJ.
Wow.
Yeah, I am passionate about my hatred towards MJ.
And it surpassed the hatred for MODOK.
Yeah, it has. After rewatching the movies, I was like, MJ, you piece of crap.
Yeah. She's evil, man.
Yeah. But why don't you guys let us know down in your comments here? What do you think about this tier ranking? Do you think MJ is as bad as we do? Is that a popular opinion or no?
I feel like it is.
That is a popular opinion. So everyone does collectively hate MJ.
Yeah, tell us why. Because, I mean, maybe there's some stuff we didn't see.
Yeah, tell us why we should hate her more, honestly.
Yeah. Go right ahead.
But until next time, which I believe we're going to be doing the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies next. So like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the great things, and come join us again when we review Tom Holland's Spider-Man Brand New Day in 2 weeks. We've got Andrew Garfield Spider-Man next week. And in 3 weeks will be Tom Holland's all of his movies all together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to get Tobey Maguire's movie first, Andrew's second, Brand New Day review, and then Tom Holland. So a lot of Spider-Man coming up over this next month. Yeah, the next 4 weeks, it's all Spider-Man, baby. So I hope you all are excited because we are. Until next time, we are the Oiyo Boyos. We'll see you later.
See you later.